Y'all planning for this?
Welcome back, TPR Nation. This is your co-host, Micah Shalansky, and today I have a special mini-pod, a tips from the trenches, that I wanted to share an awesome fail that I had in delivering value. Now, we preach all the time about the essence of delivering value, not only value, right? It is not okay just to deliver value. You must deliver. That's right. You already thought it in your head. Massive value. You must deliver massive value with your clients, with your prospects, in every engagement that you have. But alas, just like you, I am human as well. The only time I walk on water is when it's frozen, so we can make mistakes. So I want to share a little experience with you. Now, I was working with an advisor in our office, and we had a joint phone call with a child of a client. Now, one of the things that I tell my clients is I am delighted to meet with anyone that they introduce and refer. Now, we still charge our $500 appointment fee for that, $497. We still charge that $500 appointment fee, but it says, look, I'm happy to meet with anyone that you'd like to recommend. They may or may not be a good fit for us, but I'm going to spend that time delivering lots of value to them. I'm going to prove it. If we're not a good fit, I'm happy to find someone else for them that would be a good fit. That's one of the things I tell my clients. So when they send an introduction to us, they know how it's going to be handled. This is really, really important. Clients don't like asking their friends about money. We think it's normal, right? I ask people all the time how much money they have, but clients don't like those types of conversations. So don't make your clients have it on introductions. Well, one of our clients reached out. Her daughter's going through a challenging time. She said, Micah, I would really like your help meeting with them. I said, I'd be delighted to. I in fact, told them that we would, waive the fee, because it was a good client. I said, not a problem. It's your daughter. I'm going to go ahead and chat with her real quick. I'm happy to do that. Well, she went through the new client side. They did charge my client, actually, the team did, the $500 for the initial appointment. The client paid for it. The child was on the phone. We all jumped on a Zoom call, and it was a debt conversation. The child had run up a lot of debt. There was a lot of money there, and so really went through a couple things. One of the things I noticed in some of the information that we got in advance, and number one is a good training opportunity for my team. Number one, she refused to provide the information or answer the questions that we asked in advance. She says, you don't need that. Here's my only question. Here's all the information you need for that. Well, going forward, something that we've learned, if I get any type of response like that, and we normally don't, we're not even going to have the meeting, because if a prospect is not willing to share or answer questions that we ask and tell us we don't need it, probably not a good fit. So it was a phenomenal red flag that we missed. So got on the phone, went through her information that she had. She was very closed off. Basically, she had run up a bunch of debt. She could barely pay for anything. Now, I don't really do debt counseling, but I was happy to chat with her because the client asked and see if we can point out any things. It's like, look, basically there's only a couple levers we can pull when we're talking about debt. She was not open to any of it. I pivoted the conversation several times. I couldn't get her to thaw. I couldn't get her to pivot. I couldn't get her to think openly. I couldn't get her to do a damn thing. That's just the short of it, right? So anyways, we wrapped up the call kind of 20 minutes after that. As soon as that Zoom call was done, I picked up the phone and I called my client. The client was on the Zoom call as well, is going through that. And I apologized right off the bat. I said, you know what? I'm sorry. I really tried to, I didn't even say that. Sorry. I apologize. I did not deliver value on that call to your daughter. That wasn't my intent. I see in my notes that the team did charge you or is going to charge you $500, and I'm going to make sure that's waived and you don't pay that. The client said, Micah, it was actually already charged today. I said, well, thank you for letting me know. I'm going to go ahead and waive that $500 fee because I know I did not deliver $500 of value. Now, the client immediately opened up, said, Micah, I really appreciate that. We ended up having a long talk about her daughter, about everything that was going on, and her daughter just doesn't want to make a bunch of changes that she needs to make in her life, right? Just part of fun adulting. But it was a good conversation. So I was debriefing this with my junior advisor. We were chatting about it. One of the things that he said was, Micah, you delivered value. It was them. It was the child. It was the prospect you were talking to that didn't want to open up. It's not your fault. And I said, absolutely wrong. It is 100% my fault. It is my job in that conference room. It is my job in that phone call, that Zoom session, however I'm doing a meeting, to add value. If I do not add value, that blame rests solely on one person, and that is me alone. There's 5 other things I could have tried in order to deliver value, and I didn't. It was a fail on my end. Why am I sharing this with you? Well, a couple of good things that are going to come out of it. One, I actually think I strengthened the client relationship because we called afterwards. We had a good chat about everything that was going on. I still feel really good about that. I don't think that's harmed the relationship. We tried to help the daughter. It's just not going to work in this particular case. And it kind of helped us screen things a little bit better when people are coming in. So we can learn things from this. But I also want to let you know that we got to step up for the times that we don't add value and just call it what it is. Sometimes a prospect comes in, you just can't add value to their situation, and that's okay. I don't think I'm a failure for not being able to add value in her life. I don't specialize in debt planning. I don't specialize in those types of things, right? We are not the right fit for that. I have the right fit for a certain type of clientele. That is who I help the most. So when you're going through this, when you're going through delivering massive values, a couple of big takeaways. Number one, the listener in your earbuds right now, you are the only one responsible for delivering value when you talk with clients or prospects, period. I don't care what situation comes to you. You have to find the value. If you didn't find the value, perfect. Good. Can't take it from Jocko, right? Where's your learning opportunity? Maybe this is one we should have filtered out before she came in. Maybe she had a better talk with the client before they recommended her daughter, right? All of these other things we could have done differently before that situation. This is all about taking ownership. Go back and look at your appointments you've had this last week, your phone calls this last month, whatever that time period is. Where did you rock start and add value? But where did you come up short? And don't tell me you didn't, because I just came up short this last week. Where did you come up short in adding value, and how do you improve that? We are a student of the game, and the game is always about delivering massive value. Until next time, happy planning.
Hold on before we go. Something that you need to know. This isn't tax, legal, or investment advice. That isn't our intent. Information designed to change lives. Financial planning can make you thrive. Start today, don't think twice. Be a better husband, father, mother, and wife.